13th. I always like stating what day it is because I consider my messages to be like there's no time. Like I want to say there's no timeline. It's for whenever you see this video, but marking and stating the date, I feel like it could resonate with someone regarding the messages that will be coming through, the information I will be sharing with you guys today. As always, this live is going to be on my YouTube channel. Please make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel to continue building up the collective. And you guys can follow me and get in contact with me through my Instagram. It is Intuitive Love Tarot. If you guys are interested in booking a reading or are in need of a custom cleansing water, which is great for limpias, great for cleansing the home, cleansing surfaces, cleansing the environment. Maybe you need something that you can use at work. I got you. Just get in contact with me. I just saw 111 on the time. Excuse me, in case that resonates with anyone. So the topic of today's video is about hexes, curses, and more. So I have a couple of products here that I think are really great options when it comes to cleansing. It is important for you to not only cleanse yourself, as I mentioned, cleansing surfaces, cleansing the area, cleansing your home. You need to keep up with this because it is going to help not only purify your aura, your environment, it helps to maintain your path. What do I mean by path? Path to career, path to success, path to money, path to happiness, path to better health, path to opportunities, path to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, or in general, your path in life. It is important for you to upkeep this energy. And I say energy because it is something that should be part of your routine. It is part of a ritual. Ritual doesn't necessarily mean it's all related to spell work. Your ritual could be you waking up in the mornings, and you have your routine, right? You have your own ritual. For those that do focus on self-care work, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Please make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel as well. For those that are into self-care, self-love work, that is a ritual as well. So I recently listened to a video talking about glamour, I guess like glamour magic, but it had to do more with the way you see yourself when you see your reflection, the way you think about yourself, the way you feel about yourself, the things you do on a daily basis that will help you to feel better about yourself. Think more positively, did I say that right? About yourself. I just saw 333 on the time, all about communication, in case that angel number resonates with one of you guys. So in general, it's a ritual, right? When it comes to cleansing, purification, you can use herbs to cleanse yourself, to cleanse your home. You can use rosemary, you can use basil. There are so many plants, lavender that you can use. If you have like a snake plant, I love snake plants. They're just so beautiful to me. Like the representation of it, not only does it purify the air in your home, it's a filter. So it's good for you. It's good to have in your home, but it looks kind of like a sword, right? Like the blade of a sword. So it helps to cut away negativity. So I used to have snake plants. I have other I have other, well, I do have some, but other types of plants that I've been kind of incorporating, but eventually like I want to get back into getting more of those. I just love it. So I just saw 444 on the time. This is not intentional, okay, me noticing the angel numbers, so that's definitely a message for someone. Okay, so yes, so I'm bringing that up. So snake plants are good for removing negativity as well, is good for protection. So flowers, plants are really good for that. Since I'm talking about plants, which I did not get, you can use like pre-packaged herbs, and you can boil them in water and like on your stove top. You can add other things here and there, just depending on your intention. Let it cool down, strain it, and then add it into your bath. Okay, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, depending when you watch this live, if you are in need of a custom cleansing water, so if you need a limpia, if you've been feeling really tired, if you feel like your roads feel blocked, you feel like there's stagnancy in your life, everything you're trying to manifest is just isn't coming through as you expected to, in a sense, or kind of wished for, definitely clear that out. And I saw I was leading to 555. I had to look away for that one, okay? Because I'm like, at this point, it's just gonna look like I'm intentionally trying to, you know, notice. I'm not, but I had to look away. But 555 representing change, transformation, if that resonates with anyone. So you guys could be life paths 5s. Again, so using herbs to cleanse is quite easy to get. You could literally go to your local grocery store, and depending, but for the most part, they have like pre-packaged like herbs, right? They have rosemary, basil, sage, mint, oregano. Like there are so many uses, so many things you can use. If you don't have any like herbs at home, if you have lemons or limes, you could literally grab a lime or a lemon and just kind of like an egg cleanse as well. You could use an egg cleanse. Start from the top, set the intention, right, for it to cleanse, remove, purify your energy, your aura, open up your roads. Limes and lemons are really great for breaking negativity, obstacles, hexes. They're really good to absorb negativity as well, just kind of depending on the way you set the intention for. But start from your crown and then work your way all the way. Rub, 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 rub. Rub all the way down. And then get rid of it outside of your home. Toss it, toss it, toss it. So I have a couple of things here that will help with hexes. Then we'll lead into curses. In curses, let's start with curses first, okay? Curses can be placed upon a person, can be placed upon a lineage of family very easily. Either someone else does that to you, or you could do it to yourself. And it all has to do with intention. It has to do with the mindset. It has to do with the communication, the words, the vocabulary, okay? So if there is someone that intentionally wants to place a curse on someone, they could literally say, I curse you, blah, 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 in this way, and blah, 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 in that way, okay? That's why, once again, it's important to cleanse your energy, cleanse your aura, cleanse your home, cleanse your space, purify it, ask for support and help from your spirit team and whatever it is you believe in. It'll help to cleanse and clear all of that negativity out, and ask for protection. Do things that will bring protection to yourself, to your environment. For some reason, I wanted to say work environment. So depending in what kind of career you are in, you may need some extra level of protection, even if it's just regarding energy. Maybe you work in customer service. Maybe you're in the medical field. Maybe you are a police officer. Maybe, I don't know, you are a teacher. It's just, you are constantly, I need to take a deep breath for that one. A chill pill. You're constantly surrounded by energies, okay? You don't know what this particular person has been dealing with, and then you're around them, right? Your aura can absorb energy, and things can attach themselves to your energy, to you, to your home, to your environment, and that can affect your goals, your intentions, your plans, or anything that the universe is wanting to bring to you. It can cause barriers, blockages, obstacles, delays. That's why it's important, once again, to cleanse and clear out, okay? So with curses, be mindful of the things you say, even for yourself. If you are constantly saying, I don't even want to say it. If you're constantly saying, I don't have money, no matter what I do, I never have money, I'm poor, I'm this, I'm that, blah, 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 or I feel, blah, blah, you're constantly placing yourself mentally in that energy. Therefore, you start to really feel like, you know what? I can't afford this, or I can't do better than this, or I'm not worthy of having this or this experience, or I'm not worthy of, those are just a few examples. And I know this will resonate with some people. So again, being mindful of the things you think, the things you say, because it can shift the energy and the influence in your path where it starts to manifest that way, right? So 11:11 on the time here. So I know these messages are super important and is going to resonate with someone. Being mindful of the things you say. If you are constantly thinking that, again, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter the effort, the work I put into this certain goal or situation, I just can't get out of it, or you're having issues with someone and you're feeling very frustrated, annoyed, angry, and you're like wishing bad things on them. I believe in karma. So when it comes to curses, when it comes to hexes, you have to really be mindful of your intentions. Or, if you're the type of person who has experienced, having work placed on them. I just saw 12:12 on the time. That wasn't intentional, I promise, but 12:12 on the time. You guys can always Google these angel numbers, and they all have different kinds of meanings, but it may resonate with someone. So definitely check that out. Again, it's all about your mind, being mindful, the things you think, the things you say, because it influences how you feel and your actions. So with curses, sometimes no matter what you do, certain things will become or can become difficult to clear out in your life, okay? But that's when it all comes to your intentions, right? All of your shadow work that you do, all of the inner healing work you do, your inner child work, self-care, self-love work, all of that, you can't fix, you can't heal, you can't overcome overnight or in a month. It has to do with, again, your path. And at this point, I'm just picking up on like intuitive messages, and it's starting to feel colder right now in my space. Like, it's been pretty chilly this morning, but like I'm really feeling it now. It feels almost it sounds weird, like damp, like the damp like, when you step outside in the morning and it's cold and like it feels kind of damp, if someone understands what I mean. It felt like that for a second. It's starting to go away. I don't know. That resonates with someone in some type of way. But I just feel like that's kind of a distraction. So some of you guys need to work on not being easily distracted. It can also be because I've been wanting to make a video talking about like hexes and ways to cleanse yourself and protect yourself. But one thing after another, I just never made a video like that. So I just wanted to share ways that you can help yourself, or even ways that you can give recommendations, suggestions to someone that may need help when it comes to cleansing, again, purification, and anything leading to protection work. So, leading to hexes, it is very easy, once again, for anyone to do work on you. If you feel like your roads have been blocked, okay? So when I say roads, I'm talking about like abre caminos, road opening, okay? This is you, and this is your path, right? This is you, this is your path. And throughout life, throughout your timeline, right? You'll have experiences, lessons, right, you're living life. But sometimes things become slow, stagnant. Sometimes the energy gets so heavy. Mental health, emotional health, physical health issues can happen, or kind of like an imbalance, difficulty with that. Life experiences happen. Obstacles can present themselves. You may feel kind of chained, and these are keywords, okay? So if you've done road opening work or abre caminos, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you have this like goal that you want to be able to do or accomplish, you know, down the line in a couple of years. So you know that intention is already there, and but you'll know that it's gonna take time and there could be obstacles in the way. So you need to always find ways to stay focused and not be easily distracted or distracted at all, and keeping that like in the back of your mind, like this is the end goal. I don't know, that's a message that someone needed to hear. That's definitely a message for someone. All right, hexes, you can easily, and I just saw 1616 on the time. I have not seen these many like angel numbers back to back like that in a very long time. So I feel like this past like eclipse energy, I'm not really into astrology. I try to kind of understand it, but I know we were like in mid eclipse season or something like that. So I feel like there was changes that may have occurred with people or regarding a situation. Any changes, especially after this past full moon energy we did have on the 6th of this month. So this was last Monday, so a week ago. And then in 1 week from now is going to be a new moon. So I've talked about my previous videos where full moon energies, the energy can be quite intense, quite emotional. So it's important to release anything that doesn't serve you, release expectations, release emotions, feelings, memories, people, situations that no longer serve you. They do not serve you at all. That way you don't become blocked, stagnant, stuck, right? Again, that's another message for someone. And again, I feel like there's something here that doesn't want me to talk about today's topic. Importance of cleansing and protecting your energy. I'm just saying, okay? And I'm starting to feel that cold energy. Like, I'm not cold at all. It is kind of chilly. There's no windows open, but I'm definitely feeling it more. So I think it just has to do more with the fact that we are now in October, again, depending when you watch this video. But the month of October, or even prior to that, the month of September, really feeling like the energy is starting to change and shift. It has to do with the season, right? We did have the harvest full moon, as well, I didn't mention it, but mentioning now, the harvest full moon. I believe it was in the sign of Aries. So for those that have Aries placements, you are definitely feeling the changes, the shifts. If not now, definitely prior, but now moving forward. And during the month of October, leading to, let's say, Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, a lot of people are tapping more into the occult, tapping into rituals, spell work, divination. Divination examples would be tarot cards, oracle cards, using a pendulum, the Ouija board. Those are just a couple of examples. There are many ways you can use and do divination, scrying. I believe it's called firemancy. So these are just examples. I feel like I'm giving ideas to people. Like, someone's gonna be listening to this and be like, oh, I've never heard of that. Like, let me look into it. They're like searching it up and then they try it out. Just remember, anything you try out. Then my head is starting to hurt right here. Anyone who like tries things out, especially during the month of October, that's related to like spell work, again, rituals, divination, always do your research. Do your research. Because you don't want to open up something or invite something into your life, into your path, that may affect your path, if that makes sense. Okay. So, hexes, cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. When you feel like you have bad luck, you're like, where has my luck gone? Keep that in mind. When you're having a hard time sleeping, but it's not just about, stress, maybe some anxiety, but you're like, I'm so tired, but I can't go to sleep. Or you're sleeping and you're waking up in the middle of the night and you feel uncomfortable. Keep that in mind. When things that were going so well for you are starting to, once again, slow down, opportunities are being blocked, no longer being presented to you. Keep that in mind. If your finances, if your love life, if your connections, if your friendships aren't going well or aren't going in the direction they were before, keep that in mind. If you've been trying to find employment and it's been so difficult for you to find something, there's no communication, literally like there's a blockage, keep that in mind. If you are no longer feeling so great about yourself, and I just saw 21 on the time. Again, not intentional, but I noticed it. Excuse me. Keep in mind the smallest things that can happen in your everyday life. Sometimes it can take months, it could take years for you to realize, like, wait a second. Could it be a possibility that something was placed upon me, that a negative intention was placed upon me, or someone, you didn't see that, or someone wished badly upon me? It's important to, again, keep up with your cleansing work, protection work. You can use jewelry, you can use crystals, which I will show you here in a second, to protect your energy, okay? If you have been feeling like, again, you don't feel so great about yourself, you're not doing the things you used to do or the things you want to do, if you feel like, again, the things in your life just aren't working well or aren't going in your favor, keep that in mind. And I keep saying that, keep that in mind, because I don't want anyone to jump into conclusions where they're like, oh, okay, well, because I started talking to so and so and like it just, we went on a date and everything was great, and then the next day they didn't call me back, and then I was like texting them like, hey, why didn't you, stuff like that. Like, don't just jump into conclusions and assume or think that someone plays something upon you. You have to keep things in mind, and then you'll start kind of noticing things like, why did all of a sudden I get like super sick? Like, nothing in my environment and what I'm doing, I shouldn't have gotten that sick, right? Let's say you go to the doctors and they like check you, they do tests and all that, and they're like, I don't know what's going on, but just take care of yourself. Like, we and I say this through like things I've heard, things I've read, things I've seen, my own experiences. Again, keep things in mind. You can use salt to cleanse yourself, to cleanse your home. You can use spiritual waters. Again, I am offering custom spiritual waters for limpia, so cleanses, purification. Depending what your intention is, I can create something for you. But an easy go-to, which is quite popular, is the Florida water cologne. Okay, as you can see, I use mine all the time and it smells very good, very fresh. I just love it. You can add this in your bath water when you're doing a spiritual cleanse. Saw 24 on the time. You can add this into a spray bottle, the ones you use to like disinfect and cleanse your home, clean your home, clean your surfaces. Do that. You can put in a little spray bottle with some water, because it is quite strong and it does have alcohol in it, so diluting it will help as well. Just being mindful of the surfaces. Spray into your hands, place it over you, quick little cleanse. You can use smoke to cleanse yourself, like sage, dragon's blood. You can use incense. Again, you can use herbs. You can use garlic peels. You can use cinnamon to cleanse as well. As you can use it to cleanse, but it's more to attract, again, depending what you're using. Since I mentioned the Florida water, this is just an example. So this is just something I created for myself, for my space when it comes to removing negativity. You can do stuff like this. You can make your own or purchase oils that you can place on your body, in your hands. If you have been noticing like your hair growth, right? Maybe that's something you notice, like, why is there so much hair falling out? Like, I know I've been kind of stressed, but I haven't been that stressed. Like, why is this happening? Again, keep that in mind. You can create or purchase protection oils and maybe just like place it upon your body, and then you could probably like run your hands through your hair if that resonates with you. Another thing that you can do for cleanses, purification, protection work, removing mal de ojos or evil eye, you can use candles. This is just a household candle. So white is all purpose, is good for cleanses, purification, pretty much anything since it's color white. White is quite high vibrational. It is high vibrational. So you can do stuff like this. You can coat it with, you could place your name on it, like a candle like this. Or if you have a glass candle with like a Sharpie, you could write on it, or create like a little petition and you could place it underneath, but you would write your name. So let's say you want to do a cleansing spell on yourself, right? Or for someone, excuse me. So for this one, you'll get something sharp and you'll write your name on it. And then you're gonna write what you're trying to remove. So let's say you've just been so tired, so stressed, and you just want to be able to sleep, right? Maybe your thoughts keep you up at night and you're just thinking about like, oh, you know, tomorrow I have to do this, and okay, right? So you want to calm your mind, calm your energy, right? So you can write what you're removing away from you, down. You could do it like 3 times, right? Again, make sure you write your name. You put coconut oil on the candle. You could put olive oil on the candle. Again, if you have herbs or you want to purchase herbs, you can use rosemary. Rosemary is really good for purification and good for protection. So that's just one example. Place the candle on something fire safe, heat safe, like a plato, a plate. You can see, I'm just telling you how to do a cleansing spell basically. Light the bottom, right? So it starts to melt. Place it. You see the wick right here is way too long. You're gonna trim that, and then light the candle, put it in a safe spot. You can speak over the candle. You can blow your breath into the candle. You can have your picture nearby. You can place a candle as an offering to your ancestors, to your spirit team, your angels, to help you. See, I'm just telling you all this information. This again, just an example, okay? Another thing you can use. I feel like a lot of people have been struggling with going to sleep or staying asleep. This morning, I was up at like 4:40 in the morning. And so was my fiance. Like, we were just up, like, we're not going back to sleep. And lately we've been waking up earlier. He was up a couple hours before, you know, he had to go to work and stuff. So it's like, all right. I feel like a lot of people are starting to wake up early. But crystals, crystal jewelry, pendants, crystal jewelry, once again, it all has to do with intention. And crystals, for example, are just a great way to calm down. Good way to cleanse, good way to good for meditation. Like this one would be really great for it. Grounding your energy. Please excuse any background noise. My cats are moving around. I mean, like, they're like fighting each other outside of the room. Look how pretty that is. So amethyst is really good for intuition. I was gonna say intuitives, but you don't have to be intuitive to be able to like amethyst. This tends to be kind of like a go-to for beginners. I know it was for me, but I see it as a filter. It filters out negativity and it leaves or draws in positive energy. Again, I see it as a filter. It's good for protection it's good for protection as well. Okay. Again, like being more calm and grounded. Like I'm really sensing that right now. Like I just want to like spit out all this energy, but just holding this is like, all right, take it easy. It's all good. Be calm. All the information will be out. But this is great. I love holding this right now. I normally don't hold this one because it's so like pointy and sharp. But I love holding this. Maybe this is just a sign for me that I need to hold on to crystals more often. You could use clear quartz. You could use, for protection, you can use like darker crystals. So like obsidian, hematite, onyx, black tourmaline. Again, those are just a few examples. Going back to crystal jewelry. This is a tiger's eye. You can use anything with like the evil eye. So it helps to protect you from, you know, the people's negativity, mal de ojo, jealousy, envy. And make sure you cleanse your jewelry and your crystals as well, okay? Another thing that you can use when you're in the process of, you know, keeping things in mind when it comes to hexes and curses is things that you can do, things you can use, ways that you can help yourself during that process, okay? This is an example right here. Yes, this is a tequila bottle. It's cute though, it's so tiny. But this is black salt, okay? So with the intention of protection. I love this one so much. Love it, love it. That's just an example. Another way to see would be using divination. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of people during this time frame are gonna start diving into divination work, but probably getting a reading, right? Having a consultation with someone who has the experience, has the knowledge, has the openness, has the awareness to be able to give you suggestions, recommendations, ideas, insight, guidance into how you can help yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to be able to help yourself, or how they can help you, okay? Just because you get a reading from someone, just because you get spell work from someone, just because you buy an oil from someone, just because you buy a crystal from a crystal shop or a store at the mall, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's gonna heal whatever issue you're having. It doesn't mean it's going to remove the energies that you've been feeling. It's a process, and you have to make sure, once again, to keep up with your spiritual work. Is really what it is spiritual work. So again, as you can see, like I have my necklaces, I have my Santa Muerte pendant, I have my crystal ring. Like you have to think about ways to help yourself. Now my energy is shifting, like I'm starting to be more like grounded, if that makes sense. So I feel like someone here, whoever's going to see this video, is going to be so helpful for you to wear jewelry or crystals or have something around you that'll help you to ground your energy. Because when your energy is grounded, you're more mentally stable, right? Emotionally more stable. You are able to make decisions, right? Able to communicate more clearly. You're able to set the intentions you want and know that you are grounded enough to be able to manifest that, basically, to say it, right? Tiger's eye is good for grounding as well, The color black is good for grounding. I know this is some sort of quartz. I don't remember the exact name for it, but I like it because I feel like it helps to draw positivity. But in this case, it is on like a black cord necklace here. I'm wearing black as well. It's great for protection as well as grounding. So I'm seeing it as, excuse me, I'm seeing it as it like really grounding my energy right now. So I feel like that resonates with someone. Colors, since I mentioned the color black. Colors hold energy and meaning as well. So definitely look into that, right? So if you're trying to protect your energy from negativity, you can use blue, you can use red, you can use black, or even you could use white, okay? Especially after your cleansing baths. Any self-love, self-care ritual incorporates one of those colors. It really helps to draw that in. Before I forget, talking about jewelry again, silver is really good for cutting away negativity. For the past like 2-3 months or so, I've mainly been wearing like white gold and silver only. I have never really been that drawn to wearing silver in years until somewhat recently. I've always been drawn to wear gold. I have always loved gold. I'm wearing gold today just because kind of matches the aesthetic, but I've been drawn more to silver and white gold. So if you are someone who likes wearing both, that's totally great. Or having something that is silver, like on your keychain, attached to your backpack, in your purse. Again, jewelry, I think that would be really, really great. It helps to, again, cut away negativity. Gold can be protective as well, but I see it more as like drawing in abundance, which is totally fine, with just examples, right? So for me in this case, I'm wearing gold, but I do have like my silver with the tiger's eye. I have my white gold. So those are just few examples, okay? If you guys have any questions regarding ways to help yourself when it comes to cleansing and protection, road opening, attraction work. If you have any questions regarding anything I had mentioned today or in my previous videos, you guys can contact me, okay? Once again, my Instagram is intutivelovetarot. You can leave a comment. My email is intutivelovedaily@gmail.com. You guys can get in contact with me, all right? I am open for personal reading, so if you're interested in booking your own reading with me, once again, get in contact with me. I'll have my information in the description box. Again, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to help grow the collective. And I hope these messages, I hope these tips, I hope these recommendations help you. If you know someone who needs help, make sure you share this video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.